Hi YouTube, you're watching the edited version of what happened over on Twitch. I hope you sit down, enjoy, and subscribe please! Hello, good morning everybody! Hopefully OBS decides not to fight today. Yeah, I am feeling a little bit under the weather. I woke up just feeling off, but I still wanted to stream, so we're gonna date the house today. Okay, yeah, Dorian mentioned. Okay, so romance book. Where is the romance book in here, or is the romance book? I feel like the boiler just giggled at me and I'm like, oh gosh, that's... Or is there one in my, like... In your bedroom closet upstairs. Okay, I see it. It's definitely this pink one, for sure. For UK, I will do that.
The scent of books, that slight hint of vanilla and mystery, fills your nose. And while it's not at all unwelcome, it is strange to smell it when you're not actually paging through any of your books.
I mean, the book smells.
It only takes you a few moments
to my god, I love them already.
What appears to be the spirit of literature hovers a few feet away from you, nose in a book.
This design is amazing!
When he sees you, he nearly drops the book he's holding, rewarding you with a glare.
Oh, for God's sake, you cannot sneak up on me like that when I'm reading!
It's me.
You have no way of knowing what world I've been in. I might mistake you for a zombie or an ill-mannered country gentleman and, well...
A zombie or an ill-mannered country gentleman on the same level?
I might have to act accordingly, you see.
And that would be bad?
Yes!
Is that a threat?
Probably.
Also, look at the book. I'm trying to say, is like that a fan? Also, there's like a caterpillar.
I suppose that would depend, wouldn't it? My name is Lyric.
I'm not gonna lie, the romance book is a very tempting option. And not just because I'm a book nerd.
I chose the name myself, you know. I was originally written as Lionel. Can you imagine?
I'm so sorry. No.
I am the embodiment of all literature, an indisputable master of the written word. I have read positively everything. I am voracious with books, poetry, magazine articles, any genre, any length, any style. I love it all. I know you're curious about all that, so I figured I'd offer it right up front.
It's a very, very strong contender. I'm not gonna lie. I'm totally curious. What are you reading right now?
What am I not reading right now is a shorter answer.
That's real.
This one right here is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sink, A riveting account of voyaging in a submersible to rescue a clean sponge from a dirty band of moldy criminals.
Wait, I'm sorry. I just read the 4th book on the list. I don't think I can repeat that. Also the 5th book. It starts off with 20 Leagues Under the Sea. And the worst part is I feel like these are real books. Because, so, for context, we did a really, really, really bad smut book, White Elephant, for Christmas. And I might have seen some of these when I was looking for my options. Or at least the author.
This one, Angles in America,
Wait, is he
is a
gonna tell us?
non-fiction history on the American phobia of rounded spaces. A bit dry, but it does make you see space and architecture in a new light.
Everything is fine. Is he gonna say it?
This one I picked up on a whim, and I won't put down until they pry it out of my cold papier-mâché fingers.
I feel like Archive of Our Home is 100% fanfiction, and there's no judgment.
Pounded in the butt by the abstract concept of self-improvement while my watches.
Excuse me, sir?
This Chuck Pringle fellow really has a line on the object erotica market.
On the object erotic. I mean, that makes sense if they're objects. Do you have a favorite?
Ah, that's like asking if a potter has a favorite ball of clay. I couldn't possibly choose among my balls.
He couldn't possibly choose among his balls, guys.
They all contribute to this chaotic and adorable additive sculpture. That is me.
Oh my god, I'm crying. That's so funny. Do you have a favorite genre to write?
Right. Do I have a favorite genre to write? Well, we have arrived at my tragic flaw much more quickly than I would have liked.
I just wanted to get to know you.
Usually I get at least a few minutes of stimulating conversation out of a stranger before I'm forced to share my great shortcoming.
Which is?
I am a reader, but not a writer.
That's okay.
Sadly, I've never even written a paragraph.
Oh, he's
not a
sad
single line
now.
of text. Not a word. Not a punctuation mark.
Oh no, we've got to do something about that.
We do? We?
We.
Do you mean that you would help me write? Write with me?
Uh-huh.
We could co-author the first book of lyric?
First book of lyric is a pretty cool title, honestly.
Well, I never. This is
Look at the
most
sparkles.
excellent.
You know, I didn't wake up this morning thinking I was going to flirt with a book, but...
I wager you're about to become the first human in history to help a book.
Here we
write a
are.
book. All very exciting. I have some materials to gather. Pens, paper. We'll probably need quite a
You're
bit
not
of
shocked
extra
I'm flirting with a
crumpled
book.
dramatically
You
on the
shouldn't
floor
be.
when writer's block sets in.
We're all
Oh,
nerds
how
here.
fun! I'm about to experience writer's block. All right.
We're
I'll
here
get to
now.
gathering. Need some time, but when you return, ready shall I be.
This has made my day. so much. Oh my god, that's why I like him too. He's voiced by the same person who voices the Dragon Man in Genshin. Likes words, 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 and dislikes library finds. Okay, we have the table, there's the record player, we can talk to the... Is that the shadow? Should we try it? Is this the Shadow Man?
There's a presence in the room with you.
I might have found her for you, Kaylee.
You can't make anything out in the darkness.
We will do
As
the
you
record
search
player
for
tomorrow.
whoever it might be,
for sure.
They address you in somber, funereal tones.
As the light fades and dusk draws, all hope becomes despair.
I found him for you.
Do you wish to proceed?
Sure.
Is that so?
Okay, got it. Makes sense. I did this just for Kaylee.
Let regret not fill your heart then. Hark! For your greatest fears manifest in yours truly.
A monstrous creature takes shape from the darkness itself. A terrifying amalgam of bones, both human
Oh no, Kaylee.
and animal. Grotesque, clawed fingers, and seething, swirling shadow.
From brazen earth to the heavens most incorrigible. The shadows quiver, the shadows quake and quail. Light has no purchase here.
I love him.
For I am
I know what his name is and I can't wait for him to say it.
XXX Shadow Lord 420 XXX! Exclamation point.
I love the music. This is amazing. I love this. This is amazing. Made my day. We love a casual memory, yeah. You can't forget the capital X's and the 0 instead of the O.
See you.
Also, the music for him is so good. Sweet handle.
Of course.
That's a bad chaos. I have unfortunately been the offender of 1% chaos before. Or victim, actually.
I am darkness incarnate. From now on, you are my penumbra.
We're his penumbra, guys. Thank you for redeeming your daily spell. Ooh, crown of stars on my face. Penumbra?
Penumbra.
His music is good. I like it.
I am the Umbra, the darkest. his core. You are the penumbra. My companion acts in shade, like an outer
Thank you for
shadow
redeeming your
cast
daily
from an
spell, robot.
eclipse.
Welcome in. Sign me up.
Yes!
Hi, Star. Welcome in. Thank you for redeeming your daily spell. How are you doing today? I've already flirted with the book. We also flirted with the pantry, I believe, and the fridge. And now we've met the Shadow Daddy. This is XXX Shadow Lord 420 XXX.
So tell me, Penumbra, what brings you to the call of night?
We love him. He's giggling. Yeah, he's 100% giggling and kicking his feet. I noticed that one of the shadows was wrong.
Did you find that out on your own?
I also know that this guy is the voice of Lighter in Zenless.
Or did you use a hint?
I mean, I did get a hint, but I found it. I needed a hint.
Honest? I adore honesty and humanity. You appear to be romancing the objects in your domicile.
I'm also just vibing with his music so much.
I see. You are embarked on a most interesting quest. However, it is quite trivial compared to mine.
He's on a quest? What are you trying to accomplish?
As you can tell, I am dreadfully powerful. However, my true potential has yet to be unleashed. Bask in the shadows and remember. That sinking feeling you get when you turn off the lights as you return
We have, like, a
to
little
your
smile.
bedroom. Then this
That's me.
eerie primal instinct to hasten yourself kicks in while your heart begins to rumble with fear.
This was the best choice to play for today. I'm not gonna lie. You get the music that everyone can hear when you're... Yeah! That is a good question. We should make that a question of the day, because we haven't posted one in so long. What would be your theme song, even if it's like lyrics or no lyrics?
That, my friend, is but a lick of what true darkness can do.
I love darkness. I always try to keep the lights down.
You help my power grow. But with that said, I'm afraid to say my power is waning.
Oh no!
If not for your summoning ritual, I may be. Nay, such thoughts are wasteful.
He's shy.
Anyhow, I have been wading in the abyss in search of a companion.
He's been waiting for us, guys. Like romantically?
Such feelings are
Oh, he's
unnecessary,
shy.
although
Blushing.
not unwelcomed. You see, the essence of darkness must be discussed before obtained.
Exactly, we love a Shy King.
I have been waiting for eons for a worthy conversational partner.
Exactly, we're in. He's been waiting eons.
Our sinister lamentations in pure nightfall will serve as the dark ritual and bring forth my armaments.
Do we like outfit him the more we talk to him? Armaments?
My armor forged from the shadowy depths. Think of them as parts to my true self. However, I have long lost them back during the Great Cataclysm.
The Great Cataclysm. The fact that it like waves. I have so many questions.
Naturally, but I am equipped to ease your wandering mind. Know that even this discussion will feed into our dark surge. What troubles you, my penumbra?
The Great Cataclysm.
The tragedy that befell my comrades.
There were more of you?
Before, it was a peaceful time.
We could have had many Shadow Daddies?
My fellow denizens of the dark and I conversed in the shadows. Then, suddenly, a great power beyond any of ours divided us.
The shutdown of AM Messenger.
I have not seen my ally since, and at the same time, my armament was lost.
What was his power?
It is an unexplainable force beyond reason. But that won't matter once I am at full strength. What troubles you, my penumbra?
His special armor.
I'll have you know that these aren't just any normal raiments. They have no physical form. My armor is of a corporeal shade.
I couldn't tell if a
But
tractor
after
drove
I
by
have
and dropped
done
something or just a loud
a
truck.
single piece of it, the pressure of my dark aura will rise exponentially.
We're so gonna get him his pieces of the armor. How do we find the armor parts?
As I said, by having conversations, we initiate the ritual. Join me in darkness, and my power shall inevitably return.
What happens when you get your full armor?
I descend into the Banta black pools and re-emerge as my true, awesome form.
He just becomes
I
a
sense
dude.
your curiosity. Stay close, penumbra, and you shall someday see. What troubles you, my penumbra?
Your moniker.
While it may appear childish, it is a title that bears significance to me. Even creatures of the dark are entitled to nostalgia,
My depression.
and its relevancy continues to capture my very essence. Lord of Shadows.
What's about the X's in 420?
Oh, signature embellishments. You'd be surprised how popular of an identity Shadow Lord is. Can't just have anybody proclaim they are the true Lord of Shadows. Which is why I leave my mark as such.
Okay.
Shadow
sure.
Lord falls silent for a moment, as though listening for something you can't hear. He makes a fist, nodding to himself.
Can this be?
He spreads his arms wide, opening his clawed hands as if to receive something.
Yes, the dark power begins to creep.
It's not just a
course
face, Mom.
through me.
This is the real me. The dark power.
Yes! I knew I had a good feeling about you, Penumbra. A piece of my armament has returned. My soul quivers with might.
It's true, you look very mighty and sexy.
Oh,
Ooh, I think when he blushes, he's yellow.
that's exactly the idea.
Calm down, Shadow Lord.
I thank you for awakening me. Encountering you has been the most exciting event in a very long time. For now, I shall relinquish you. Return to your quest. Oh, and no need to reinvite the light. You're now a denizen of darkness, after all. Unless being in the dark brings about a fearful sensation that tickles your heart too fiercely.
Excuse me?
Farewell.
Okay. I think that was our last charge. Yeah. But yeah, so we've met the glasses, Skylar Specs, Phoenicia, our phone. Of course! Of course! It's just as much fun of asking you guys who you want me to talk to as it me being like, I'm gonna go talk to this one. We've met Dory in the door. We have Mitchell Lynn. Their food. Johnny Splash. Yes, he's gone. He had to do his monologues. The shower. We've met Lyric the book. Yes, I know that that's later. That was one of the spoilers I did know. Because I saw it, like, them post about it. Because they were, like, revealing who was playing who. And I happened to see that one.
Oh, good!
Back to flirt with the book.
You're here. I'm excited. I'm expressive. Everyone's ready to go to the zoo.
Who's going to the zoo? Zoo?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I've been thinking, and here I believe is the best way to organize our efforts. Creativity is for naught without some solid logistics. I know how I'd like to start my book. I've got this fantastic detective character named Wen that I've been working on for a while, and he's going to be our hero.
Okay, Wen the detective.
What I need from you, though, is help with creating an outline. If you will, help me to create a framework. And then, once we have that, I will take it and go into my secret writer's cubby and create the entirety
He's
of the
all
book.
books.
Which I can absolutely do in a night. And believe you me, it will be perfection. But the outline, that's the hard part for me. Will you help? Does that sound doable?
Yeah, you can talk to him as a romance book in the closet, and I think any book around the house you can talk to as well. For sure, let's rock and roll.
Yes, yes, let us boogie. So, here's what I'm thinking about Wen. Detective Xander Wen. He is a hard-boiled detective living in the big city of Sprawlsville, and he is a magnet for crimes.
Okay.
Which
Sprawlsville.
works out just fine, because he's also a genius at solving them.
Okay.
Now, just to be clear with you, I haven't fully settled on writing a hard-boiled crime drama to go with my hard-boiled detective. see it, Detective Wen is capable of getting himself into and out of almost any kind of trouble imaginable. I suppose this is why I've been having so much trouble writing this on my own. Xander Wen could do just about anything. I'm asking you to help me create his first story from infinite possibilities. Well, shall we get started?
Yeah. Oh, hell yes. This is gonna be great.
Excellent! I'll give you the first line, of which I'm very proud, and we'll run with it from there. Detective Xander Wen went out the door, looking for crimes.
He's looking for crimes. When Gondorf the Wizard appeared before him, when a shirtless ranch hand named Hunky McCoy appeared, on top of his new and hilarious mismatched partner, a foul-mouthed talking robot named Fuzz Aldrin. Or he didn't expect the first crime he ran into to be the form of a blonde bombshell, Daphne Fatale. Okay, but like, the first one I feel like is the only one that makes the most sense. Even though robot would be funny.
Daphne asked Detective Wen to help find her husband Cliff Fatale, who had gone missing.
Okay. Wen asked Daphne when she last saw her husband. She replies, at the Squid Cannery down on the Misty Water. Xander takes the job, but doesn't tell her that he's not a real detective. His first name is just coincidentally Detective. He'd last been seen climbing Everest. She'd last seen him on Skyros, Island of the Sirens. Okay, we're gonna go with Squid Cannery.
Wen investigates the Squid Cannery, where he talks to the foreman, a foreboding and mysterious communist named Gregor Privyet.
What? That reminds me back to the 50s. Weather says Cliff has been missing ever since he told Jersey Pozzoli he wouldn't pay protection money anymore. Gregor needed to take the ash of his father on a cross-country road trip to bury them in Winnipeg. But then, pirates. Gregor takes Xander to his back rooms, where he is most muscle-bound and sweaty as canners can. It is very, very noir, which is kind of the vibe I'm trying to
goes to Jersey Pozzoli's cannoli factory on the wrong side of the tracks. His goons
The
open
cannoli
fire.
factory. Now I want cannolis. I love cannolis. Detective Wen survives the onslaught and sneaks into Pozzoli's office looking for clues. What he finds shocks him to the core. They shoot up all the cannolis that were being baked for Jersey Pozzoli's daughters, Crystal Pozzoli's Sweet 16. Detective Wen ducks behind some crates only to find a crate labeled gold bars. Detective Wen will have to get Jersey Pozzoli the only way he knows how, sleeping his way to the top. Alright, we're continuing the vibe.
There's a framed picture labeled Cliff Fatale and Jersey Pozzoli, shaking hands.
Even though picking some of the fun options, I kind of want to do it. The chaos gremlin in me is like, do it, but the writer in me is like, don't. Detective Wen is horrified. The man labeled Cliff Fatale is him. He was Cliff Fatale the whole time. On the right side of the picture, Santa Claus covered in blood. Suddenly, the windows blow out and the CIA rushes in. Agent Stone says Detective Wen, this is our jurisdiction now. And more than just shaking hands, they're in a tryst with Daphne as well. Okay. You know what?
Okay, this seemed very noir up until the end. At that point, readers will be hooked. Call it Night of the Assassins.
Night of the Assassins.
Lyric looks at the story outline you've written and pronounces his true feelings.
Looking at this, I think
You think?
this will be one for the ages.
Yes.
I'll write it up right away. Unless you think we could come up with something better?
No, let's go ahead with this one.
See you soon, partner.
Okay. Let's go talk to our
Shadow Lord greets you in his own
Our
unique
Shadow
fashion,
Lord.
throwing his arms open wide as he calls out to you.
The lights dim and the shadows reign supreme.
I am also taking requests on if there's any objects
Doors of the
that
abyss
someone wants
open
to
for
possibly
yours
meet or
truly.
re-meet. Since there's so many.
Ah, a dark day to you, my penumbra.
This is our Shadow Daddy. It's so
I
good.
have something I want to show you.
And the music, so on point. What is it?
Evidence of my power returning. During our previous exchange, you questioned if our discussion was monumental in any way. Now, observe closely.
Okay.
Come to me,
I'm looking.
servants of the night.
Shadow Lord stands stock still, arms spread wide with his head tilted up. He seems to be waiting for something.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ah.
He starts, turning to look at something you can't make out. He points triumphantly.
There.
Where?
Do you feel them?
Who? What?
You feel a tickle at your leg.
Oh no! Ew! Send it back. Is something crawling on me? Did you summon bugs?
These many-legged, mischievous nocturnal critters hide in the dark until true
Not the
darkness.
silverfish.
They prey at their peak in the shadows.
Couldn't you give him
Do
ravens?
you believe me now?
Glory be to the Shroud of Darkness, Shadow Lord.
Witness my power.
You do love your critters,
Witness
Kaylee. I think he
my
should be your top choice.
mercy. Be gone, you pests!
With a swipe of his clawed hand, Shadow Lord scatters his insect minions away into nothing.
There. They shall not intrude your presence again.
I thank you for your mercy, Lord of Shadows.
I am merciful for your thankness, granted human. Most merciful of thankness, most bountiful. I have to say, Penumbra, I'm quite surprised.
Oh?
Your unfamiliarity of the dark is
Well, I didn't think the dark would be
unexpected.
silverfish.
This resistance to the colligiosity must be reversed. Perhaps your soul is not attuned properly.
Mm-hmm.
Training is in order.
Training arc? Give me all the training you got. Let's level up.
Yes.
He's stupid. Yeah, he's stupid. I love it.
Conversation will keep darkness
amazing.
in our mind tempered and in our control. Just as you participate in the labors of light, surely you partake in the leisures of darkness as well.
Uh-huh.
What activities do you enact in the shadows? Regale me with every detail, Penumbra.
Doom scroll.
What is that?
Scrolling through a social media feed for hours and feeling like garbage.
That sounds incredibly sad.
It is Alex Lee. It is.
Why do you do this in the dark?
Sometimes I do this during the day, too.
Fascinating. I can't speak to the merits, if any, of this activity, but I can part with you some words to remember by. Even in your loneliest moments, you are a god. In darkness, I will be there to remind you as such.
I'm glad you'll be there to
In
remind me.
light, you walk with your shadow. A shadow can only imitate its source. Meaning, everything that's wonderful about you is always there. Even if you don't realize it.
Aww. That was romantic.
Shadow Lord seems taken aback, rubbing one clawed hand at the back of his shadowy neck.
I love that we keep, like, flustering him. This just brings me such joy.
I didn't mean anything by that. Obviously.
Obviously, for sure.
I'm grateful to you for providing me more insight into your life. Behold, our corrupted bond grows.
He's such... Yes, I am beholding you, Shadow Lord. He is such a tsundere.
Oh,
He exhales, his hands tightening into fist before throwing his arms open once more.
A little drama
Beginning to
queen.
grip-
I feel it. Another piece of my dark armament
Mr. Quick Kitty.
courses through my once dazed body, rejuvenating to the next stage. Ah. Excellent. My form is stronger,
I wonder what he's gonna summon next.
yet still incomplete.
I'm so happy for you, my dreary friend. Or what happens when your form is complete?
Your question seems to catch him entirely off guard.
Yeah.
Oh. We'll have to resume the ritual another night.
Oh, he doesn't
I
know.
must become more adept to this newly returned strength. Until next time, Penumbra. Oh, and I do hope you have a pleasant rest. You'll need to conjure as much void aura as you can for our next ritual.
I'll get right on it. We still can't go outside. He's just a little good boy, you know, doing his things.